All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. They want us, my elders and apostles, in the millstone, who rule well and teach well, being good as own touch on the brothers. And peace blessed off of Olek, Lord, Empire, number, and the brother Kadar, Flynn Jimmy, Ben Shkow, back in the video. This video is going to be entitled Saturnalia. All right, because if you look into history, that's what Christmas really is. All right, nowhere in the scriptures does it say the Lord was born on December 25th. All right. All right, he was actually born in the springtime, you know. Saturnalia, held in mid-December, is an ancient Roman pagan festival honoring the agricultural god Saturn. All right, so it's about the Saturn god, man, Saturnalia. All right. Saturnalia celebrations are the source of many of the traditions we now associate with Christmas. All right. Saturnalia, the most popular holiday on the ancient Roman calendar, derived from the older farming-related rituals of midwinter and the winter solstice, especially the practice of offering gifts or sacrificing to the god during the winter sowing season. All right, and the winter solstice is very demonic, man. All right. The pagan celebration of Saturn, the Roman god of agriculture and time, began as a single day by the late Republic 133 to 131 BC and had expanded to a week-long festival beginning December 17 on the Julian calendar, all right, which the Romans used at the time. The winter solstice fell on December 25th. During Saturnalia, work and business came to a halt. Schools and court of law closed, and the normal social patterns were suspended. Nothing new under the sun. All right, let's get that. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. So all these customs and all these, all the stuff that went on during the ancient world, it's coming right back today. You know. Look at these, for example. All right, because I could have explained that better. All right, but for example, look at these stadiums. All right, look at the spirit of these people coming in. Which, if you don't know about reincarnation, we are the prophets coming back, and you guys are the undesirables coming back, the wicked 2/3 coming back. All right. Nevertheless, during Saturnalia, work and business come. Okay, I read that. People decorated their homes with wreaths, and other greenery, and shared their traditional togas in favor of colorful clothes known as synthesis. Even slaves did not have to work during Saturnalia, but were allowed to participate in the festivities. In some cases, they sat at the head of the table while their masters served them. Instead of working, Romans spent Saturnalia gambling, singing, playing music, feasting, socializing, and giving each other gifts. Wax taper candles called Sire were common gifts during Saturnalia to signify light returning after the solstice. On the last day of Saturnalia celebration, known as the Saturnalia, many Romans gave their friends along with small terracotta figurines known as Saturnalia, which may have referred back to older celebrations involving human sacrifice. All right. So the more we read and the more we go deep down into it, we see that this has nothing to do with the Lord. All right. Saturnalia was by far the jolliest Roman holiday. The Roman poet Catullus famously described it as the best of times. So riotous were the festivities. The Roman author Pliny reported built a soundproof room that he could work during the regular celebrations. All right, Temple of Saturn and other Saturnalia customs. Constructed in the 4th century AD to replace an earlier temple, the Temple of Saturn in Rome served as the ceremonial center of later Saturnalia celebrations. On the first day of the festivities, a young pig will often be publicly sacrificed at the temple, which was located in the northwest corner of the Roman Forum. And that's all mockery of the Most High, because we understand swine is an abomination. All right. And they're sacrificing to their God. All right. So that's ultimately mocking the Most High. All right. The gold statue of Saturn And the temple traditionally had woolen bonds tied around his feet. But during Saturnalia, these bonds were loosened to symbolize the God's liberation. In many Roman households, a mock king was chosen, or a leader of Saturnalia, sometimes usually called the Lord of Misrule. Usually a lowlier member of the household, this figure was responsible for making mischief during the celebration, insulting guests, wearing crazy clothing, chasing women and girls, etc. The idea was that he ruled over chaos rather than a normal Roman order. The common holiday custom of hiding coins or other small objects in cakes is one of the meaning dating back to Saturnalia, as is a method of choosing the mock king. All right. Thanks to the Roman Empire's conquest in Britain and the rest of Europe from the 2nd century BC to the 4th century AD, and their suspension of older seasonal rites practiced by Celts and other groups today, Western culture derived many of the traditional speaking of midwinter from Saturnalia. The Christian holiday of Christmas owes many of its traditions to the ancient Roman festival, including the time of the year Christmas being celebrated. The Bible does not give a date for Jesus' birth. In fact, it says some theologians have concluded he was born in spring, which he was born in spring. All right. And yes, it does let you know his birth. All right. You could tell he was born in spring. I believe it's in Luke the 2nd chapter. Give me a second. That's going to wrap it up for the news. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the video. Be sure to subscribe to Full On and bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says Kenny Lee was stoked to leave the UFC. It took less than a week to talk about coming back and fighting for the title. It was never even close to being with the CTE, my friends. The second one's okay, give me a second. This Hector Lombard is one of the biggest British fighters I've ever seen. His mouth wasn't this bad when he was losing in the UFC. Final one from Chill Winston. It says, full by the man, I just want to say thanks for narrating everything down to the tweets. Well, you did an amazing job and we appreciate it, folks. Happy holidays, everyone. Don't drink too much. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen and get caught up. Make sure to go subscribe to our second. Give me a second, Salakia. Yeah. Luke 2:8, and there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. All right, so you only got to use common sense. All right, shepherds, they're over the flock. All right, and the flock, aka the cattle, wouldn't be out during the winter. Okay. Keeping watch over their flock by night, especially at night. They wouldn't be out in the winter. So that proves the Lord. Then it says the Lord was, it says, for unto you was born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Hamashiach the Lord. All right. So he was obviously not born in the wintertime. All right. So, yeah, you only got to use common sense. All right. It doesn't tell you which exact day he was born. All right. All right, nevertheless. Oh yeah, New Year's isn't in the winter. All right, it's in the spring. All right. It can't be the New Year when everything is dead. All right. When the animals start to reproduce, when the trees start growing back. All right, when the plants start coming back, they start growing, that's the New Year, because everything is regrown. All right, everything is reborn. Not while everything is dead. That's not a New Year, man. All right. In the winter, the leaves start to turn yellow. All right. Then they start to fall out because they're dead. They're dying. All right. Yes, it's probably born in spring, suggested as by the reference to shepherds and the sheep in the nativity story. And that's the spirit right there, because I didn't even read the rest of this, but I got the precept showing you how the Lord is dealing. All right. So of course, he was born in the spring. Hey, that's raw, man. But nevertheless. But by the 4th century AD, Western Christian churches settled on celebrating Christmas on December 25th, which allowed them to incorporate the holiday of Saturnalia and other popular pagan midwinter traditions. All right, is Christmas a pagan holiday? Yes, it is. But we're going to continue to read. Pagans and Christians coexisted, not always happily, during this period, and this most likely represented an effort to convince the remaining pagan Romans to accept Christianity as Rome's official religion. All right, and that led to Constantine, all right, wanted to mix all these religions together, all right, and make Christianity universal, all right, which he really was not into Christianity. He was into Mithraism, all right, but nevertheless, Constantine was a Jake, by the way. He was a nigga. He wicked as hell, man. He incorporated Christianity, Valentine's Day, the virgin birth, all right, into Christianity, man. During the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, give me a second. I made a video on it. Fucking devil got everybody sick, man. All right, before the end of the 4th century, many of the traditions of Saturnalia includes giving gifts, singing, light candles, fasting, feasting, and merrymaking had become absorbed by the tradition of Christmas, or many of us know them today. All right. This Jeremiah 10:2. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. So this is not our way. This is the way of the heathen. All right. And be not dismayed at the signs of the heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cut a tree out of the forest, all right, the evergreen tree, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They cut it down. They deck it with silver and gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it move not, man. You decorating the tree, put a present under it, man. All right. It just said, they'll get presents and etc. All right. So this is not something that our people should be celebrating, man. This is to worship the Saturn god, man. Not our God. We have our holy days, not these folly days, man. So with that, I'm gonna give out praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Al Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash, Shalom, and the Bible Ball.